Welcome to Southside News Today. It's Sunday, February 21st. I'm Chuck Vipperman reporting. Southside News Today is brought to you by Shanks Associates and by a new sponsor tonight, Dry Fork Fruit Distillery. Some early morning cooking sparked a blaze, a house fire in Danville this weekend, technically an apartment fire. Happened around 2:30 Saturday morning in a unit at Woodside Village Apartments on Piney Forest Road. The first crew saw smoke coming from a second-story unit. It was a fire in the kitchen. As soon as they arrived, the ceiling gave way, but no one was hurt. Now, the fire started on the stovetop and spread to the cabinets. It was controlled in about 10 minutes. The rest of the apartment suffered heat and smoke damage. Again, no one was hurt. Unattended cooking sparked the blaze. The American Red Cross is helping the family of 3 adults and 4 children with lodging. In Rockingham County, authorities think a suspect in a weekend murder has ties to Danville. It happened around 1 a.m. Friday at a house in Madison. Deputies found 42-year-old Mark Anthony Vaden lying in the driveway dead of a gunshot wound. Detectives are investigating. So far, though, no information on a possible suspect. A local partnership held their 5th COVID vaccination clinic this weekend, their 2nd at Avert University's North Campus. 2 ice storms last week delayed some smaller clinics that had been scheduled. An estimated 1,300 people Saturday got their 2nd dose of the vaccine. Now, there are follow-up clinics scheduled soon to give that 2nd dose to folks who got the first one at the Danville Community Market, Cherrystone Missionary Baptist Association, and Chatham Middle School. State Department of Health reporting more than 9,800 Danville residents have received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. More than 2,300 are listed as fully vaccinated. That's nearly a fourth of the city. In Pittsylvania County, about 7,400 have gotten their first dose. 1,700 have both. In the meantime, local COVID-19 cases are steady, but there were 5 new deaths recorded in the city and county over the weekend. That brings the region's death toll to 153. Danville's 7-day COVID average now down to 18. Pittsylvania County is down to 16. Both are the lowest they've been in 3 months. Statewide, the positivity rate has now dropped to 8.2%. A week after a massive ice storm, and thousands are still without power in the region. Now, most of the power is back on in Danville and Pittsylvania County, but Southside Electric Co-op is reporting 19,000 outages. The company says 80% of their electric infrastructure was instantly destroyed in last Saturday's ice storm. Southside covers 18 counties, 53,000 customers in the region. At one point, 48,000 of them were offline. Right now, more than 800 crew members are working in the field to get the power back on. Hundreds of linemen were from other areas just recently added. They're hoping to get most everyone back online by Wednesday. Meantime, donations are pouring in for a Danville Utilities lineman who was hurt last week in local power restoration efforts. A GoFundMe page has been set up for Jesse Flack. He was badly burned last Tuesday while working to restore power on Sugar Tree Church Road in Pittsylvania County near Tunstall. He's still being treated at a North Carolina hospital and is expected to recover. At last check, the page had raised more than $43,000 for the family. Charges have been filed against a Texas man after last weekend's alleged kidnapping case in Henry County. 21-year-old Caleb Merritt, now formally charged with rape, computer solicitation of a child under the age of 15, and abduction. Authorities say Merritt communicated with a 12-year-old girl in Bassett over the internet and got her to run away with him on February 12th. Court documents show they met on Instagram but messaged each other on Discord. The app says Merritt is part of a group on the app that extorts girls. The victim and Merritt were found the next day in Henderson, North Carolina. That's where Merritt is awaiting extradition. Pennsylvania County trying to clear up some confusion with this year's property reassessment. They mailed a letter to property owners last week, a letter that contained what the county called a poor editing. The county emphasizes that reassessment teams will only enter your home if you invite them in. Refusing to show them the inside of your home will not automatically result in a higher value. Now, you are welcome to invite them in to show features that you think could change the value. The original letter may have suggested that homeowners were obligated to allow these teams access. The updated property values determined from this reassessment will go into effect in the 2022 calendar year. A crew of workers tonight will begin installing high-visibility yellow backplates on signals at 6 of Danville's busiest intersections. All this work's going to be done at night, beginning at 10 p.m., ending at 6 a.m. Beginning this evening, the intersections are these: South Boston Road and Kentuck Road, Main Street and Riverside Drive, Piedmont Drive and Mount Cross, Piney Forest Road and Franklin Turnpike, Piedmont Drive and Westover Drive, and the intersection at Riverside and Piney Forest. Now, these work scenes will include lights, traffic control, and police nearby for extra visibility and safety. Now, these signal heads that you see here have backplates that have reflective borders and are more visible in both daytime and nighttime. This $37,000 project, funded by a Department of Transportation Highway Safety Improvement Program grant. Let's kick off the week with a minute of positivity. With today's Live Positive, here's Dr. Joey Fawcett.
I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett, coaching you to live positive today. Can you imagine Fred Astaire without Ginger Rogers? She made him look so good, doing everything he did, only backwards and in high heels. What about, can you imagine the Lone Ranger without Tonto? We never would have known that the masked man was none other than the faithful friend of law and justice, Kemosabe, without Tonto telling us, would we? Now, can you imagine Bert without Ernie? Now, I'm sure there were days Bert could have imagined life without Ernie, but even when Bert complained about how Bernie acted, Bert really missed Ernie and was always happy to see him return. Can you imagine Batman without Robin? That Cape Crusader who vigilantly protected Gotham City at the bequest of Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara would have found himself in the evil clutches of the Joker, the Penguin, or the Riddler on so many occasions were it not for young Robin. I guess we all need someone, don't we? Someone to help us out in times of trouble, to keep us accountable for what we do, someone to work with us. Conceive a positive life as you live positive and make a life worth living with someone else today. Coaching you to live positive today, I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett.
Thanks, Dr. Joe. Your forecast calling for increasingly cloudy skies tonight, lows down to 31. Tomorrow's going to be cloudy and mostly rainy, maybe a snowflake or two mixed in the morning. Otherwise, highs in the afternoon up to 47. And that's a look at Southside News Today. It's been brought to you by Dry Fork Fruit Distillery and by Shanks Associates. I'm Chuck Vipperman. Have a great evening.